Hey everybody, I just launched my brand new course called How to Start and Grow Your Online Hair Extension Business. Check out the link below to get started. Hey ladies, this is Bree, and as you can tell, this is actually not a hair video. This is going to be a very personal Q&A video, and this is not what I ordinarily do. I am choosing to break out of my shell, get a little personal with you guys so that I can let you in on who I am, what I'm about, just questions that you guys have never gotten answers to, and I'm sorry it took so long. I swear I'm really sorry. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and break the ice by doing a 25 facts about me tag. So in this video, I'm going to be answering 25 very personal questions about me. So if you're a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe so you can get more videos from me. And also I want you guys to make sure you have notifications turned on so you can see the videos that I post. So now let's get started. So the very first question I'm going to answer is a question that I actually get asked the most, and that is, what actually got you started in hair? So what got me started in hair is the fact that it was very hard for me to actually keep my hair done. A lot of you don't know this. I think pretty much all of you don't know this, but I actually grew up very, very poor. I didn't have much money. My family didn't have much money, so a dollar didn't go too far. So there were times I could get my hair done and there weren't times. And the thing is that when I would get my hair done, I wouldn't like it for like one or two reasons. The reason why is because whoever would do my hair, they would do the braids like kind of lumpy or too big, or just be off. And then the other times that I would get my hair done, which would actually happen like every blue moon, is that the braids would look like amazing, but they would be so tight. I would just be like, I got red bumps, like this ain't good. And so that has been my experience growing up. So around the age of 11 or 12 is when I actually started learning how to do my own hair. And the first braid I ever did was a cornrow braid on my mom's friend hair. She was like,
girl, I want to teach you how to braid. You know, you should know how to braid so you can do your hair on nice and stuff like that.
I was like, all right, fine. And then I finally got the braid down, and from there I just started to pick up more styles and more techniques along the way. So the second question is, where are you from? I am originally from the south side of Chicago. And not only am I from the south side of Chicago, but I actually grew up in one of the worst projects in America in history. I mean, it had to be like top 5 worst. I grew up in the Robert Taylor housing projects.
A Chicago skyline, 5 miles south of the one most people know. This is Robert Taylor Homes, the largest housing project in the world, the poorest urban community in the United States.
A lot of people don't like to come in the project because they really, they're afraid because they think something might happen to them. And I couldn't much blame them for that because a lot of people have got killed over here in the project, And I think if I wasn't living in the project, I probably would be afraid to come up in here too.
This is an America far different from the one most of us know, along a street most of us will never see, Federal Street. Hello, I'm Harding Carter. This community was created by and maintained with federal dollars. Those dollars built Federal Street, like many others in big cities, in an effort to help the poor. The result is a separate society, still poor, but impoverished in far more complex ways than simple material need. The people who live here are poor and black. They are far removed from traditional American values, but also traditional American opportunity. They are a people at war with each other, with themselves, and with the society around them. For most of them, Federal Street is a dead end. Tonight, we will examine why.
And it was so bad, so bad, that the city of Chicago actually ordained for the entire housing unit to be torn down, and that dispersed a bunch of people across Chicago. So the fact that I lived there, it was just a concentration of crime. I mean, like when I would go back and forth to school, I could never walk by myself. I barely hung out outside when I was little because it was just so crazy. When I grew up there, it was crazy. I saw stuff that nobody should see. People should not live how we was living when we was living in the projects. I saw somebody get shot in the head right in front of my face. I've been kidnapped once. I almost got kidnapped the second time. Even the gang members, like they was always going to war with each other and shooting and like causing so many issues. And they would literally stand on top of the buildings with their guns, shooting at people, all types of stuff. I even remember a person that I used to see after school when I would be walking from school, like a guy, he was like, I didn't even know he was depressed at the time. You know, I'm a little kid. And he was a really big guy, and he used to see us come from our school, so we would kind of like walk a ways down the street, and we would go in, and he would like throw us candy out and talk to us and stuff like that. And he was a really, really big guy. He didn't ever get out the house or anything like that. And then the next day I found out that he jumped out the window and killed himself. Like, his guts was all over the floor. The you know, paramedics was cleaning the stuff up. And there's so much more to that story and more to other stories that has happened to me and things that I've actually seen that I truly got to break it down in the story time for you guys, because it's crazy. But yes, that's where I grew up. And about in my early teens, we relocated to Michigan. So my mom packed us up in a U-Haul when she found out they were getting ready to tear those buildings down, and she moved us to Michigan, which is where I continue to grow up at. So I know a lot of you are shocked, like, really? That's where you're from? Yes, that's where I'm from. So question number 3 is, how old are you? And I will never say, because a young lady never tells her age. Question number 4, are you married or single? So I am off the market. I have been married since 2010, which makes 7 years of being married to my best friend. My best friend. I love him to death. He is literally a blessing. And my best friend. And it's been 7 years. We ain't sick of each other yet. So yes, I am married. Question number 5, do you have kids? And the answer to that question is yes. I have 2 beautiful boys, and they're both 5 years old. They happen to be both born on the same day. The funny thing is that one of my boys has like very, very fluffy hair, and then my other boy has like super sleek hair. It's like super shiny and sleek, and I think it's a little weird, but you know. And they happen to be my boy cats. I have 2 boy cats. Their names is Herky and their names is CJ. So no, I do not have human babies. I got cat babies. Question number 6, where would you love to travel to? I actually have to travel to Japan, and I'm gonna tell you a little story why. So when I was in middle school, I actually took a Japanese language class, and I learned so much stuff. I even still remember a few words, but this was so long ago. So the reason why I have to go is because I never got the chance. When it was the end of the year, our teacher actually scheduled a field trip, basically, like, you know, everyone was gonna actually go to Japan for like a couple days. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a perfect way to end the year. Like, this is gonna be so lit, so exciting. I can't wait. So I rush home after school and I'm like, Mom, I'm about to go to Japan. It's about to be so fire. I can't wait. She like, what? You about to go to Japan? When this happened? I'm like, I need you to sign the field trip so I can, the slip so I can go. She's like, nah, you ain't going to no foreign country. What if something happened and I can't get, oh no, you ain't going. So I'm like, fuck you mean? What? I can't go to Japan. This is like a lifelong dream for me. Like, you're crushing my dreams. She's like, hell no, to the no. You ain't going. So that's why I have to go, because it's like the top thing on my bucket list to do. So now I'm gonna tell you a few words that I remember in Japanese. So if my language or my like dialect ain't as strong, you know, please excuse me. It's been some years. So I know how to say hello, which is konnichiwa, and I know how to count. I can't remember how far I can count, but I know that I can count to about 5. So it's ichi, ni, san, yon, and go. That's a little Japanese for you, and yes, I have to go there one day because it's definitely a place I want to travel. Number 7, what's your favorite food to eat? So I have a confession to make. I'm a foodie, which means I like everything. I like a nice big cheeseburger, I like a salad, I like a smoothie, I like it all. But my favorite food, if I had to pick one food out of everything I like, I would definitely hands down say lasagna. Ain't no better way to say lasagna than lasagna, all right? Oh, and my second favorite food is eggplant. So comment an emoji if you feel what I'm saying, all right? All right. Question number 8, what's your favorite thing to drink? So of course, you already know what my favorite foods are. And my favorite drink to drink is an actual energy drink, and it's called a Rockstar Zero. On point. I don't know why it's so good, but I have to have them every once in a while. Now, occasionally, I do like to sip wine here and there, you know, sippy sip. Other things I like to drink is tea and coffee, but the main thing that I really like are those Rockstar Zeros because they are too good, too good. Question 9, do you do drugs? And the answer to that question is yes, I drink coffee. Coffee is a drug. Caffeine is a drug. So yes, I do drugs. I also drink alcohol. Like I said, I like to sippy sip sometimes. And the funny thing is that I used to smoke marijuana, and I have so many funny stories to share. Just too much to share. So maybe next time in the future, I'm gonna actually share some funny weed stories. Question number 10, have you ever been to jail before? And the answer to that question is no, I have never been. I don't plan on going. It's not on my bucket list. It's not on my things to do list. Nah, I don't ever want to go. I hope it never happens to me. I actually watched the documentary about the Kylie Browder story, and I thought that stuff was just so crazy, the things that people actually go through when they go to jail and go to prison. So nah, never went, never plan on going, never want to go. And my heart goes out to people who do get caught up in the system and have to go through that experience. Question number 11, are you rich? So this is actually a common question that I get, and it's a personal question at that, but this is a personal Q&A. So I'm gonna dive in, I'm gonna break my shell, I'm gonna be open about the things that you guys really want to know. Now, before I tell you the answer to that question, there's two different perspectives here, okay? If you ask the richest person in the world, am I rich? They're gonna say, no, you broke. And if you ask somebody in a third world country if I'm rich, they're gonna say, yes, you are very, very rich. So I am gonna tell you exactly how much money I make, and my net worth is... Question number 12, do you have siblings? And the answer to that question is yes. I have two brothers, and they are two younger brothers because I am the oldest sister. So it's just us three. And no, I'm not gonna tell you our age difference because I don't want you doing the math, carrying the 2, dividing the 5, adding the 3, and figuring out how old I am, because a lady never tells her age, remember?
How many stars on the American flag?
Shit, we got 13 colonies, so 13 minus 50, goddamn, 47.
Question number 13. If you had one wish that you wish could come true, what would that wish be? This is actually a really good question. My wish, if it could come true, is honestly that there is an inner city community learning business program, like in every inner city. I think that people who are in poverty have it extremely hard. I know that one person's struggle and another person's struggle can be different, but when you come from like very poor background, don't have any resources, don't have the money, the connections to anything, I think that if we were to build up our poor communities, it would really help this country be an even better and stronger country. So if I had one wish that could come true, it would definitely be investing into low-income neighborhoods, literally creating learning centers where they can learn about things like business, like health, just everything that would make someone elevate themselves and be able to have the tools to create success for themselves, to just create a better life for themselves and the people that they take care of. Question number 14. What do you think about being YouTube famous? And the funny thing is that I actually don't see myself as YouTube famous. I just see myself as somebody that's helping people learn how to do their own hair. But the thing is that I'm helping people from all around the world. So I get comments from people from places that I've never even heard of before, and I think it's just so cool. Now, on the flip side, I think that YouTube fame or being YouTube famous is actually not for everybody. I think that when the camera shuts off and the lights go down, I think some people have a really hard time dealing with it. And the reason why I say that is because some people have difficulties just dealing with criticism, constantly dealing with people nitpicking and picking them apart and saying things about them. But I welcome it all. I mean, I welcome the good, I welcome the bad. I really don't feel a ways about it. I don't know, I just don't really like internalize the opinions of people who don't necessarily like live my day-to-day life and see everything that I do. So basically, I don't take personal what someone says about me when I know they don't know me personally. So that's really my mantra when it comes to the YouTube fame or YouTube success and things of that sort. So I don't really see myself as YouTube famous, but I think it's pretty cool to be on this platform and to really be affecting people in a positive way and really like helping people with the things that they want to do more of and enjoy doing. Question 15, what are 5 things you can't live without? And those 5 things are: number 1, food is a necessity of life. Number 2, Jared, my boo, my hubby. Number 3, my cats. Number 4, tea, because I'm a tea drinker. I love tea. And number 5 would be my sanity, because I have to have my mind right so I ain't wrong, so I ain't tripping out. So those are my 5 things that are must-haves for me. Question number 16. What are 5 things I wish that never existed? So we're gonna start with number 1, which are bread butts, meaning the butts of bread. You know when you actually buy bread and you got an ugly piece in the front and an ugly piece in the back that you never use and you basically throw it in the trash because it's a waste of money. It shouldn't exist. There's no reason why I should pay for bread butts that I do not use. Number 2 is paperweights. I don't know why they exist. I think it's the dumbest thing ever when I first saw it. That shouldn't be on earth. It shouldn't be here. Number 3 would be treadmills. I wish they never existed because I hate treadmills and I know so many of you do as well. Number 4 would be squirrels. I think I borderline have a phobia of squirrels, but when I see them, I just basically like tunnel vision, just like just like block them out from my view and don't think about it. But I really don't like squirrels. I have a crazy story that happened to me with squirrels. A super bad experience. I hate squirrels. I hate squirrels. I hate squirrels. Number 5 would be guns. I wish guns never existed. I know it's a necessary evil to a degree, and it also depends on how you look at it. On one hand, guns can be very dangerous, especially in the wrong hands. And on the other hand, guns are necessary for certain situations. But if I had to choose, I would rather that guns not exist, because if somebody gets shot, it's like a permanent thing. It's like, boom, they dead. So I just would rather guns not exist. So that would be my top 5. We got bread butts, which nobody need. We got paperweights, which nobody need. We got treadmills, which we need, but we don't want them. We got squirrels, which I don't need in this world, and we got 5, which are guns. Question number 17, do I have any regrets? And yes, I have one regret that will never, ever go away. I still regret it to this day. I regret dancing in my mirror naked one day and getting caught. The crazy thing is I got caught by somebody I did not know. I got caught by a peeping Tom. The way it happened, everything that went down was so crazy. I definitely got to do a story time on that, because when it happened, like, I was like, first I didn't know, because like, okay, I'll tell a little bit of the story, okay? So I'm like in high school, and I have this full body length mirror I had on my door, and I stayed in like a little room upstairs. It's kind of how the house was set up that I used to stay in at the time. And I got out the shower, and I feel like this is what every girl does. You look in the mirror, you see how your body looks, you look at the stuff you like, don't like. It's like you're examining yourself. You are literally in your own world. No one sees you. No one knows what you're doing. You're just examining yourself. And I'm all dancing in the mirror thinking I'm hot stuff, looking like, looking at myself and everything. And I had this funny feeling. You know when you get that feeling like deep down in the pit of your stomach, you like, something ain't right, like something just feels strange. And I was like, oh no. I glanced to the right and my window was partially cracked open. I can't make this stuff up. There was some random dude standing on the top of a shed of my next door neighbor's shed, standing there looking at me. Like, his eyes were so, I've never seen. I can laugh now because it's funny, but when it happened, I was so petrified. But he was standing on top of the shed looking at me. His eyes were so huge. And I looked and I was like, that's somebody, that's a peeping Tom. Like, I'm looking at the guy and he did not blink. Like, and it's midnight outside. It's like pitch black and I see 2 huge eyes. And he's not right up against the house. It's like the shed is like a little ways over. So there's a walkway in between both of our houses. And I see the dude and I just like, I was so mad but scared at the same time. So I seen him and I was like, he did this move. He just like, and he jumped with his arms like this right off the shed and just went running. And I was just so mad because I knew he wasn't going to get caught. I knew he just disappeared into the darkness. I was just so mad and I was just so scared. And I don't know why. I just pulled up my window. I threw the towel on me. I pulled up my window and I stuck my head out and I just yelled at him as he ran down the street. That's the number one regret I have in life, is dancing in my mirror naked with my window open and with the blinds cracked. I had no clue. Some random dude I still don't know to this day was standing on a shed. And mind you, I don't know how long I was dancing in the mirror. It could have been half an hour. Dude just getting his look on. Like, he like, dang, shawty look nice. I don't know. I was just like, this is crazy. So that's my number one regret in life. I hated it. It's funny now, but at the time I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Question 18, what would I do if I didn't do hair? If I didn't do hair, I would actually be a chef. like some type of personality chef or something like that. I think that I'll have my own cooking show because I get so animated when I cook, and especially if it's a little competition, little rivalry going on, I'm cutthroat. Like, cooking is my thing, food is my passion, aside from doing hair. So yes, I will probably be some type of personality chef, having my own cooking show, being happy, being fat, get all the good food you eat. So that's probably what I would be doing. Question number 19, do I see myself as a celebrity? And my answer to that question is basically like yes and no. The reason why I say that is because I see somebody who's YouTube famous as a little bit different than someone who's like a superstar. I mean, like world renowned, that affects all types of people from all backgrounds, ethnicities, and like they have that much influence and power basically. So I would say yes, but at the same time no. But I think now things are a little different because it's like people who are super famous, superstars, are like similarly looked at as huge online personalities. Question number 20, which YouTuber would I collaborate with? And this is such an easy question. I love this question. The YouTuber I would collaborate with is hands down Makeup Doll. That girl is a beast when it comes to makeup. I don't know why God blessed her with so much skill and talent. Like, she is truly a makeup wizard. She can do some amazing things with makeup. So I would say she is definitely someone on my top list who I would collab with. So if you're watching Makeup Doll, or you watch her videos, or you haven't, the first thing you should do is binge watch her videos because they're that good. And the second thing you should do is comment on her latest video and let her know I sent you. Okay? Okay. Question number
21.
Who is your favorite YouTuber? This is a hard question because I like watching so many different people for so many different reasons. But if I could really pick who would be my favorite based on who I actually watch the most, it would definitely be a fitness YouTuber by the name of Amanda Bucci. Like, I watch every one of her videos, like all of them. I mean, like all of them, like all of them. I love her channel, love her videos. So I would say she's my favorite YouTuber because that's who I probably actually watch the most. Question number 22, do I want to be a celebrity hairstylist? And the answer to that question is no. Being a celebrity hairstylist is actually not something I actually aspire to do or be. I mean, if it's something that happens in the future, that's really cool. But what I really like doing, honestly, is actually teaching people how to do their own hair from the comforts of their own home, so they don't have to spend a bunch of money getting somebody to do their hair and then they don't like the style or whatever the case may be. I did not have this growing up. I did not have a platform that I could go to actually learn how to do my own hair. I've had so many struggle styles. I'm glad that selfies wasn't the thing at the time because homegirl was looking hit. So I'm so happy that I can actually show people how to do what I wish somebody showed me and taught me. So that's really where my passion lies because I help so many people and I like doing that more than the idea of being a celebrity hairstylist. Question number 23, do I have any bad habits? And the answer to that question is yes. I have such a bad habit of picking something up and not putting it back where it belongs. I don't know why I do this. I'll like just use it and then I'll be like, where'd I put it, or where is it at? Actually, did I forget to put the ice cubes up? Question number 24. What advice would I give to inspiring entrepreneurs? And my advice would be 3 simple but crucial things. Number 1, perfect your craft. If you don't perfect your craft, you're always gonna feel very insecure about yourself. You're always gonna lack that confidence to be able to show people what you can do and to really be able to broadcast yourself, your talents, your business, your service, whatever it is. So number 1 would definitely perfect your craft, not only for your sake, but also for the people that you really wanna reach. Now, my second advice would be to read business books. The biggest fear a lot of people have with business is not knowing how to get started. And one of the cheapest ways to not make a lot of huge business mistakes is to buy a book for $10.99, $15.99, $8.99. It's such a cheap buy for so much value. I have learned so much about business, about so many different topics from simply reading a book. So yeah, it might not be fun to do, you know, it ain't filled with a bunch of entertainment, But it's crucial if you're truly serious about being an entrepreneur is making sure you're investing in knowledge so that you can put it to use and not make so many mistakes, because some mistakes can be very costly. Now, my third advice is to make sure to stick with what you believe in. You can't do anything consistently, and you can't do everything with your whole heart and effort if you don't actually believe in what you're doing, because no matter what it is, it could seem so easy as baking cookies. If you have a cooking channel, for instance, and you don't really like doing it, you're not gonna stick with it when it get hard. Literally, when your cookies get hard and burn in the oven, when you get tired of staying up all night trying to perfect something, you won't put in that extra oomph, that extra sauce that every entrepreneur has to do with anything they're committed to. You have to be able to really do what you do with great effort and really enjoy it. So if you, let me remember my 3 tips. So number 1, it would be to make sure you perfect your craft. Number 2, read business books. And number 3, make sure that you truly believe in what you're doing. Without those 3 things, it's just not gonna work. The road of being an entrepreneur is challenging at times. And at other times, it could seem like it's a breeze, like, you're just trucking along, but things happen all the time in business. So if you don't have those 3 things, it's gonna be very difficult for you. But if you do, you're well on your way to doing it big and succeeding at whatever it is you wanna do. And question number 25. What are my life goals? My life goals are to retire, to travel the whole world for a year. Like every day I'm like somewhere new. My third goal, life goal, is to live in a foreign country for a whole year. And my fourth life goal is to definitely invest into small businesses. I just want to be a part of like so many cool things that people got going on. I love hair, but I love to do other things too. So definitely when I'm retired first, I can then have the time, to invest in businesses and do all that fun stuff. So those would be my life goals. So that's it, ladies, for this Q&A video. I shared 25 facts about me that y'all would have never known if I did not break out of my shell. And I actually enjoyed doing this. This is a lot different from the typical tutorials that I do, but I really truly enjoyed opening up and sharing with you guys so much stuff about me that I really thought I would never share, and I enjoyed doing so. So if you really like this video, let me know down in the comments below. What things were you shocked or surprised to know about me? What more would you like to know about me? And if you want me to do any story times about some of the juicy stuff I talked about in this video. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for all the love and encouragement you guys give me, because I truly appreciate it. And definitely be on the lookout for more videos like this. So until then, I'll see you all next time.
I see a diamond in the office supply.
I know. You still don't know what a paperweight is? No, you still don't know. Type, what is it?
Search it.
Paperweight. There's probably so many forms. Type, what is a paperweight? You know what a paperweight is? You know what a paperweight is? You don't know what a paperweight is?
Google don't know.
I'm keeping it. People go like, what is a paperweight? It is literally a hard object that holds your papers down so they don't fly away off the desk. That's what a paperweight is.
That's called a stapler.
That's like if you got papers that you can't staple but you can't organize them just yet, they have to be in a particular position. You put a hard object like a diamond, they make little emblems and different stuff, and you just sit it on top of the papers so your papers don't move. That's the dumbest thing ever.
So you need to get a stapler.
And I'm not saying paperweight. People, what's a paper? What? What? So I'll leave it because it's funny. People are like, I never heard of a paperweight. What is that? Hey everybody, I just launched my brand new course called How to Start and Grow Your Online Hair Extension Business. Check out the link below to get started.